everyone, I'm back. Battery's charged and I'm ready to do part 2 of the supplements that I take to heal naturally from cancer. So thanks for being back with me. I appreciate that. And I left off the last video talking about iodine. And again, I just can't tell you how much that I really have noticed such a difference in my life since I started taking iodine. Now, the thing with iodine that is really important to know is it's also a detox. So it helps you to detox a lot of the, we are so full of heavy metals and so full of parasites and all kinds of things that this helps to eliminate from our bodies. And that's one of the things I didn't mention on the last video that I just wanted to mention right now. Is the reason we have such an issue with iodine is because of things in our environment called bromides and bromine. Those are toxic substances that are in everything. They're in fire retardants, they're in our clothes, our furniture, our carpeting, our food. Bromides are in everything. And what happens is the bromides are ingested into our body and they land in the areas where we're naturally supposed to be storing our iodine. It's actually full of bromides, and that's one of the reasons why we're having such an issue with iodine deficiency. So I just wanted to mention that because I didn't the last time. So hopefully those of you that watched the first video are watching the second one so that you get a little tidbits of information that I haven't shared earlier. But that is iodine. And now with iodine, it's really important that you don't just jump into iodine. You have to do salt loading first, which is just making sure your body is sufficient with salt. And I'm not talking the white table salt, I'm talking Himalayan pink salt like the real good salt that's full of minerals. Himalayan pink salt has over 80 minerals that our body needs. And so we need to make sure that we have enough salt in our body before we start the iodine. And again, do your research, it's there. I'll share some links with you. I've got some great videos and some great stuff about iodine that I'll make sure that I share in the links in the description. I'll share it also in my comments on Facebook, but unfortunately with Facebook lately I have had to do my videos through YouTube because they just won't upload my videos. Maybe they're too long, I'm not sure. But I'll try and make sure that all of the information is there. But if you can't find it on the Facebook page, just go into the YouTube channel and they'll all be in the links in the description area. So with iodine, what's really important to know is you have to take it with salt, that you have to make sure you have adequate amounts of salt in your body, but you also have to take it with cofactors. Selenium is a cofactor. I'm going to hold this up a little. I looked at the other video and I noticed that you couldn't see very well the containers. Selenium, magnesium, really important if you're going to take iodine, and also vitamin C. So you need your vitamin C when you're taking your iodine as well. So those are what they call cofactors that go with the iodine. So really important that you take that. And as I mentioned earlier, iodine is also a detox, so it helps to eliminate a lot of those heavy metals. And you know, when you first start taking some of these supplements, you might notice your body going into like a little bit of a funk, because what's happening as you're eliminating toxins, your body's feeling it, right? So you kind of get tired and lethargic, and you wonder if sometimes if you're getting worse rather than better. And sometimes that's what it felt like, and still feels like when I'm going through a heavy detox. But so that's just a little bit of a heads up. So now I'm going to get on to the rest of my supplements. I take a probiotic every day. I don't have it in front of me because it's in the fridge. That's where I leave it, in the fridge. It's got to be refrigerated. So that's something that I do every day, along with my cannabis pill, which I've recently just increased my intake again. Only because, like I said, I was noticing some changes in my body and I felt that it was probably good to be proactive. And so I've increased, and I'm not sure exactly what my dose is. It's like 1/10 of a gram. So it's not a lot. I'm still on a real maintenance dose, but I have increased it from what I was taking. So let's see, what else do we have here? So there's a guy named Jim Gordon. Jim Gordon, you'll find him on Facebook. He's got a yellow surfboard as his profile picture is a yellow surfboard. He's a guy who's been studying cancer and has helped heal a lot of people from cancer over the years. He's taken his protocol, I believe, directly from South America. So all of the herbs and supplements that he uses, I believe, I could be wrong about that. I don't follow his protocol, but ironically, I take a lot of the same things that are in his protocol, which is why I wanted to mention his name to you, because you can find him on Facebook. And I've noticed that a lot of the stuff I take is the same stuff that he takes. So cat's claw is one of the things that I take. Pau d'Arco. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that nearly as nice as someone who speaks Spanish would, but this is like a bark, and you can also get this in tea form. So I also drink this tea occasionally too. You can get the tea at Kelly's, is where I get it from. But those are two things that I take from his protocol, along with wormwood. And I don't know where my graviola is. I also take that occasionally. But honestly, there's so many different supplements. When I run out, I don't get in a panic. I did in the beginning. I got in a panic. It's like, oh my God, I'm out. I gotta go get more. Now I'm a lot more relaxed about things. So I don't concern myself too much. I just replenish it when I can. Astragalus is another really great supplement. This was one of the ones my son used when he was young. Also Essiac. I don't have any Essiac in front of me either. Essiac and Graviola, I don't have them right now. Both awesome. Some people have healed their cancers just specifically from Essiac alone. The Astragalus and Essiac combination was one of the ones I used for my son 13 years ago when he had cancer. So another one that I would recommend you give a try and see how your body reacts, and see, you'll notice, you'll see how you're feeling. Milk thistle. I take milk thistle twice a day. Milk thistle is really good for the liver. When you're doing a lot of heavy detoxing, your liver really feels it. And there was a period, I don't know how long ago, 6 months ago, where I was actually feeling like discomfort in my liver. It wasn't pain, it was just like I knew something was up. I was doing an awful lot of juicing at the time. I'm still juicing every day, but at this point I was juicing 5 pounds of carrots a day. It's a lot of carrots, and I think that was really hard on my liver. So I've since stopped doing the 5 pounds of carrots a day, although I do a lot of other vegetables now too. So milk thistle is really good for the liver. I take a B complex. I like a B complex, as I think that a lot of us are deficient in the B vitamins, so I take a B complex. One thing you'll notice, I have a variety of different containers. Some are glass, some are plastic. I have a preference for companies that use glass. I like glass. I just feel like the quality's better. I just like glass. So when I can, I buy them in glass. I also take zinc every day. I take 1 pill of zinc every day. I take MSM. And I'm just showing you the things so that you'll know. I take mushrooms every day. So I have turkey tail mushrooms, lion's mane mushrooms. I also use chaga every day in a tea every day. I love chaga. It's my favorite. Chaga, tomato. Everyone, has their different way of pronouncing things, but I say chaga. And I feel that there's such nourishment that comes from that tea, especially. I also have a tincture right here that's made for me. By someone locally. So the person that I get it from locally harvests it ethically. And I think that's really important when you're purchasing any of these kinds of things. You want to make sure that they're coming from an ethical company, because they're all being harvested. Like these are all barks and natural plants, and like when I say supplement, like they're coming from nature. And so we want to make sure that they're harvested properly. So chaga is something else that I use. And I use the turkey tail or lion's mane. Right now I'm out of lion's mane. I have turkey tail, and I use the powder, and I've shared in earlier videos how I add that right into my quark, my Budwig quark mixture that I have every day. I take L-lysine every day. I started this when I had COVID, because apparently this really helps recover quickly from COVID. And then I started researching more about it, and it has anti-cancer effects too. So I thought, I'm just going to keep it in my protocol. Let's see. I take activated charcoal every day. This is part of my detox charcoal. It helps to chelate things out of your body. It takes those heavy metals out of your body. So activated charcoal. I take pancreatin. This is a pancreatic enzyme. This is part of the Gerson therapy. Like I said to you before, I combine a lot of different therapies together, and Gerson is one of the ones that I do. and they recommend taking pancreatic enzymes when you have cancer. They recommend taking a lot more than I'm taking. Like some people will take like 4 pills an hour. I'm like, that's just way too much. I take 4 a day. That's it. You know, I feel like maintaining a level of moderation, although sometimes you really want to put it on strong, but some moderation is good, and I pick and choose what I want to use. And for me, my biggest medicine for me throughout all of this has been cannabis and iodine. Those are probably, and vitamin C. I'm just there's a few, and vitamin D, but those are the ones that I really want to direct my attention to, and the rest of the things that I'm taking are just acting as supplements. The other thing I take every day is chlorophyll. I add this in, so every day I take a mixture of iodine, chlorophyll, and chaga, and I drink it down. And so I take, well, I add a lot of iodine. You'll have to research how much you want to do. I do a little, half a stopper of chaga, and I do 3 stoppers of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a super chelator. If you don't know what chelation is, it's just basically it takes the things that we don't need out of our body and eliminates them. And so I use chlorophyll as well. So I think that that's all of the supplements that I wanted to talk to you about that I take, and I might have forgotten a few, you know, just because some of them are in other places in the house. I tried to gather them all together so I would remember, but there might be a few others that I'll mention at a later date. One thing I also wanted to say is that my next video will be about detoxing, and one of the ways that I detox every day, regularly every day, is with coffee enemas. And I'm going to talk about coffee enemas in particular, but other detox strategies as well. But I will regularly put chlorophyll. I've not done them together, but occasionally I'll do chlorophyll in my coffee enema. And then at other times I'll put a few drops of iodine in my coffee enema, just for a little added oomph to get the toxic garbage out of me, basically. And I'll share more about that in the next video, because that will be my my detox video, or videos. I'm not sure how many I'm going to do. I really want to spend some time on telling you guys about the coffee enema, because it's incredible. It was a game changer for me. So stay tuned for that next. And again, I just want to say thank you very much for your time and attention to this. And if you're watching, it's because I know you either have cancer, or you know someone in your life that has cancer, or you are really health conscious and you just want more information. And that was kind of how I was all of these years, was just always looking for more information and trying to be very health conscious. No matter how much information I had, I wasn't applying any of it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have ended up with cancer. Drats. But this is where I'm at right now, and looking at it as a bit of a blessing. Not a bit, actually, as a huge blessing, because it's given me a chance to reevaluate a lot of different things in my life and make a lot of changes that I wouldn't have done otherwise. So again, thank you for being here while I share this journey with you. And here's wishing you peace, love, and happiness, and a great day. And I'll see you again soon. Thanks so much.